Ayo, what is going on? It's your boy X coming at y'all with a brand new video, and in this video we'll be covering the top 10 power forwards in the 2K21 Myteam as of right now. So if you guys are excited, make sure you guys smash that like button, comment down below your favorite power forward in the entire game at this point in time, and make sure you guys subscribe if you guys are new. My favorite, I gotta say, I love running this George Mikan at the 4 and the 5, so I'll just count him for mine. Absolute demon. And if you guys want to check out the point guards, shooting guards, and small forwards list that we've already done, you can check those out at the links in the description down below. So, without further ado, let's hop into the guy that we got at number 10, which is basically the same as the guy that we had at number 10 last time, and is going to be Lamar Odom, who apparently I just got outbid for, which is great. Now, Lamar Odom is just a great combo forward just because he has awesome size at 6'10", pretty decent jump shot in base 11, used to be better but still is really solid now, and you can just see Lamar Odom is overall really solid. If you watch the small forwards list, I don't want to bore you too much with Lamar Odom. He's just an all-around great card. Has some nice upgradable badges, has some great gold badges, 2 good Hoff badges as well, and overall it's just a really solid card. Just the big negative is that he doesn't have clamps, which is why I still think he works good as a power forward, just because you can kind of get away with not having clamps, because most of the time you'll probably be in the post or doing something like that, and Lamar Odom is still great at playing some defense inside and snagging some boards. Coming in at number 9, we have Amethyst Bailey Howell. Now, Bailey Howell, again, is great and was on the small forwards list, so for people that watched that one, don't want to bore you too much, but Bailey Howell is just great because, again, he's an amazing all-around kind of card, mainly more focuses towards the offense, and has the Trey Burke jump shot base with that 83-point shot is gorgeous. Also has amazing dunking, overall solid defense, good rebounding, and he's actually really quick as well. 2 good Hoff badges, 16 good gold badges that help him out in defense, rebounding, all of that wonderful stuff, and comes with silver clamps, silver post move lockdown. So although he is slightly undersized, I still think he can hold his own quite well. And there are some really good badges you could add to him to make him great. Deadeye and Flexible Release being 2 that I feel like could really help. But if you want him to be more of a power forward for you, Rebound Chaser, Worm, Moving Chuck, Interceptor are some really good ones to add to him as well. And again, with that Trey Burke base, Bailey Howell is just that kind of guy who you're running at the 4. If you want to run some small ball, real quick offense and just chuck up a bunch of threes, Bailey Howell is your guy for that type of style. Coming in at number 8, we have my guy, Diamond Paul George. Now, Paul George, again, was on our small forwards list. A lot of the small forwards are also really good at power forward. I'll just let you know that now. And Paul George, 6'9", at the 4 is just great. And I love this PG because of his 2 Hoff badges, Pogo Stick, and Chase on Artist being more suited for a power forward, which is nice. We have 13 good gold badges, including clamps. So if you're running against somebody who's going to be using maybe a Lamar Odom or a Bailey Howell at the 4, or some of the other guys that we have higher up on the list, he still can hold his own in there, as well as get into the paint and still, again, hold his own down there. 15 silver badges, 11 bronze to help him out. But the case with Paul George is you're probably going to want to upgrade a few of his badges that he does have already to really make him absolutely insane. Like Hot Zone Hunter, Green Machine, Flexible Release, Pro Touch. We're definitely going to want to get those up if we have the means to, as well as, you know, maybe some of the tit for tat ones that we got here, you know, Pickpocket, Box, Rebound Chaser, if you wanted to make him more of a 4, although I don't think it's too necessary because Paul George already is just an absolutely insane card. Has one of the best releases in the game, and just his amazing defense coupled with just the great stats on shooting with the 83 shot 3, a nice 90 driving dunk, and overall solid speed. I think Paul George is a great option for the 3 or the 4. Coming in at number 7, we have Diamond Chris Webber from the Playoff Dimers set, and this Chris Webber is a card to me that I think works good at the power forward if you're really not planning on playing too much defense and you want to get quick and just go for it. And that's because Chris Webber's offense is just out of this world and his defense is a little bit suspect. But Chris Webber, great post game, really solid 3-point shot of a 75 and a nice release. With somebody with floor general and a coach boost, something like that, you'll be perfectly fine shooting with this Chris Webber as well as Dimer. The dunking is just insane. His playmaking is actually really solid too. And you can see the defense for the block and steal are really solid, but the actual defensive stats are a little bit sus. Good rebounding and really good speed for a power forward. But we have awesome Hall of Fame badges, Post Big Technician, Rebound Chaser, and Break Starter that really helps out Chris Webber. playing the power forward. He's going to be one of the better rebounding power forwards, which is nice. We have 9 gold badges as well, which are just beautiful. 13 silver and 2 bronze to help us out. You're going to have to upgrade a few things. You're going to want to get Intimidator, Pogo Stick, Post, and Lockdown on him to really boost up that defense and make him as good as he possibly can be at the 4. But if you do that, this Chris Webber actually is a very, very solid card. But even then, the lack of defense sometimes could hurt you if you're going against somebody who is cheesing with a Giannis. Because really, no matter what you put Chris Webber, he's probably going to be a liability. Coming in at the number 6 spot is my guy, George Mikan, who I shouted at the beginning of the video. Now, George Mikan is one of those cards that I feel like plays the 4 and the 5 very, very well, and it's really just up to your personal preference on where you like to run George Mikan. Now, at this point, I run him a lot at the center, but I think as time goes on, he can still be great as the 4, and that's because George Mikan's offense is just out of this world. You can see the post game is just insane. We have a 90 mid-range, an 83-point shot with jump shot 4, which is really solid. If I would have put a 3-point shoot on him to get that up to an 83, then have floor general to have it an 87, and then my coach boost, which is +3, George Mikan would actually have a 93-point shot, which is godly, and you'd be surprised how many people off-ball with the center and just leave him completely wide open, or with the power forward and leave him completely wide open. George Mikan, again, great dunking, not the highest playmaking, but the defense all around, except for on the perimeter, is really, really solid. Awesome rebounding, but he's play slow, which is his big negative. Now, he does have 3 Hall of Fame badges. You can see post spin, drop stepper, and putback boss. Then we have 27 gold badges that really, I feel like, are amazing for somebody who plays the 4 or the 5. Great at shooting, great at pick and pop game, finishing at the rim, getting rebounds, playing some defense inside, which is all great. And most of these badges you can actually upgrade to Hoff if you felt the need to. I personally wouldn't, but if you could, definitely not a too bad of an option. And then the 4 that you could add to them, I feel like, are pretty mediocre. Maybe you want deep hooks, maybe you want bailout, but I don't think it's too big of a deal. George Mikan is just a great card on his own. If you like kind of running a double big lineup where the power forward is still a tall guy but can shoot a little bit, I think George Mikan is probably the best option that we have in the game for that, besides the guy that we have at the number 2 spot. George Mikan, an absolute beast. Coming in at the number 5 spot, we have my guy, Kevin Durant from the Flash 1 set. And this KD is great at being a power forward for a lot of the same reasons as Paul George, but Kevin Durant, while being 6'9" like PG, has just that really long, lanky player build, which helps you get boards, helps you block shots, even though your stats may not be the best. And for some reason, it just feels like KD plays just as good of defense for whatever reason, despite having worse stats. Now, KD offensively is going to be a demon, and if you run into somebody who is running that double big lineup, this Kevin Durant is going to be able to abuse that matchup like crazy. A 88 3-point shot without the shoe, has a good 85 driving dunk. He can speed boost off rip, which really helps him. Really good perimeter defense, and again, his interior and block are pretty low, but if you don't jump at a lot of shots with Kevin Durant, you just play the hands up defense and make sure that you're timing everything correctly, you should be fine playing some defense, and has some really, really solid speed, along with really solid gold or Hall of Fame badges and all the other badges. The 3 that he has, which I think is actually only 2, he doesn't come with a pogo stick. I'll show you guys right here. He doesn't come with pogo stick, only Green Machine and Tireless Shooter, but also has 9 gold badges, 14 silver, and 15 bronze, with a lot of really good upgradable badges that if you wanted to run KD as a power forward, it really could help you out. Obviously, there's things that you probably should move up, like Pick Dodger, Interceptor, probably Rebound Chaser, maybe a Post Move Lockdown if you wanted to, really to emphasize how great he is at the 4. And honestly, there are some of the better badges you could add. Rebound Chaser definitely isn't a bad shout. Moving Chuck is always a badge that I love to have, just because people think Kevin Durant is going to be a pup, in the paint. If you have that moving truck, it actually can really help you out with some defensive possessions, and Pick Dodger is just a great card to have on any guy at the 3, or really anything. Kevin Durant, just a great overall card if you want to cheese and have those awesome mismatches at the 4. Kevin Durant is not a bad shout by any means. Coming in at the number 4 spot, we have Diamond LeBron James, who I don't like as a small forward, but I think you can hide his major weakness at the power forward a lot better. Now, LeBron is 6'9", which is beautiful, and I mean, LeBron James's stats are all around just absolutely insane. Like, come on, and he's stupid quick as well. Now with LeBron, you can see our defense isn't the most amazing, but we do have 5 Hall of Fame badges, which help us out in finishing, which is going to be great and really help those mismatches. 5 gold badges as well that help us out a little bit. Pogo stick is definitely a good one to have if you're going to be playing the 4. That way you can try to get those rebounds just a little bit easier. And then we have 33 silver badges that just help us out in everything. You can see we have big ones like Intimidator. So although we saw LeBron's interior defense is only a 77, with a badge like Intimidator, it's going to feel a lot better. And then if you get some pretty nice plays, Heart Crusher is definitely going to help you out, making the other centers or power forwards cold if they're running that double big lineup. Then for our upgradable badges, things that I would definitely add to LeBron James, because there's only 4 that you could. Rebound Chaser and Worm aren't a bad shout at all. And then you really can't do too much else. So if I had to tell you something, I'd probably move Moving Truck up to gold, move that Rebound Chaser and Worm up to gold as well, and LeBron is going to be playing the 4 absolutely gorgeous. Now the big negative that I was talking about with LeBron, he doesn't have quick first step. And that's a pretty big negative for somebody like LeBron, especially if you're playing him at the 3. But if you're running him at the 4, I feel like you can hide it a little bit better, because some people don't focus too much on having really good defensive 4s. It's more guys that can shoot a little bit, and I think LeBron can get away with not having quick first step against a lot of those lineups, so you can kind of hide him a little bit, which I think makes him a better power forward than a small forward, but still is overall just an insane card all around. Coming in at the number 3 spot is Amethyst Boris Diaw. Now I'm expecting to have a little bit of heat about this Boris Diaw pick, but for me personally, he just does way too many things great at the power forward that I just cannot help but absolutely be in love with this Boris Diaw card. Now 6'8", great size at the 4. The post game is beautiful. We can shoot the 3-ball great. We have the Nick Batum base. We can finish. We have good playmaking. We have solid all around defense, good rebounding, and solid speed for a power forward. Then we have an absolutely trash Hall of Fame badge, but 15 gold badges. You can see they're helping us out in all of the major things. You can see we have Brick Wall, which is great for the pick and pop. We have Back Down Punisher, Moving Truck, Box, all beautiful, beautiful ones right there. Then 15 silver badges, which mainly focus on our defense, like Clamps, Intimidator, Off-Ball Pest, Rebound Chaser, Worm, beautiful, beautiful things, and even have Hot Zone Hunter so we can shoot a little bit better. Then for our upgradable badges, you can see we can actually move a few of these up and make them insane. So I would definitely move up the Clamps to gold, the Intimidator to gold, and the Rebound Chaser to gold, maybe even Worm as well, and that'll really help you out. If you want more of an offensive pick and pop side, definitely move that Hot Zone Hunter up to gold, and then we can actually add some badges like Rim Protector and Interceptor, Pogo Stick, that are definitely going to help us out for playing defense. But my personal recommendation actually is to give Boris Diaw all the way down here, quick first step up to gold, and then give him a range extender all the way up to gold as well. I think it'll actually make him a demon. Now, if you get him those, it's basically going to be over on both sides. People aren't going to expect Boris Diaw to absolutely kill it from in there. And then you could probably add something like post move lockdown, just to give him a little bit of extra love down there on defense. And if you badge this Boris Diaw correctly, like we were just talking about, I really don't think there is a way where he's not a top power forward in the game, because he is just insane with the badges that you can add to him. Now, coming in at the number 2 spot is Diamond Draymond Green, a guy that I actually forgot to put in my top 10 cards list, and nobody shouted that, which I'm surprised at. People sleep on this Draymond Green. Now, Draymond is only 6'7", but I think at this point in the year, we really don't have too many tall power forwards, so you really can get away with it. And then we have 5 Hall of Fame badges. Dimer, which is massive to have on your power forward, especially if you like to play that inside-out game, is beautiful. Then we have Defensive Leader, Hoff Intimidator, which is massive, Post Move Lockdown, and Tireless Defender. Now, you can see there's a few things that we're definitely going to have to do with Draymond. We have awesome rebounding, we have amazing defense, really solid speed, good shooting, but there's a few things that we definitely have to add here to fully capitalize on what Draymond really can do, if that makes sense to a lot of people. And for the typical diamond card, we can add around 5 badges. So we're going to add a quick first step to our Draymond Green as our first one, which is really going to help him out. Then we're going to have to add Box, because what's the point of having, Rebound Chaser if we don't have Box? Then we're adding a range extender on to our guy Draymond Green, which is just going to absolutely kill it. And we have a bunch of 3-point hot zones, so we're definitely going to want to add Hot Zone Hunter as our 4th one. And then something else that I would do is add Contact Finisher for our 5 badges to add to Draymond Green. And then you're going to have to upgrade some stuff like get this rebound chaser, pick dodger, interceptor moved up to at least gold, and then he's going to kill it, get that clamps up to gold as well. And then you have a Draymond Green that is probably one of the best cards in the game. Now his big negative is his high foul tendency. That's definitely going to hurt him, but good jump shot, pretty good dribbling sigs if we're being honest for a guy that's going to be playing the power forward. Not that he can really speed boost, but if you match this Draymond Green out correctly, as you guys can see, getting him range extender, quick first step, pickpocket, and all these wonderful things, he honestly is going to be one of the best cards in the game, and he really will not be able to be stopped. And coming in at our number 1 spot for the best power forward in the game, you probably expected it, Diamond Giannis Antetokounmpo. I mean, come on, 6'11", absolutely insane stats. Not compared to Elgin though. We have a good 90 driving layup. We have a pretty solid post game, a good mid range, a quality 3-point shot, and that's the one thing I feel like if you upgrade this Giannis's 3-point shot and get good with his release, it basically means you're probably not going to lose a game again. Because if you're a threat with Giannis from deep as well as everywhere else on the court and on defense, it's going to be over for them. You also have a really solid driving dunk of an 82. We can get this Giannis speed boost as well, so boost that ball control and that 3-point shot, and you'll be golden. And then the defense all around is really, really solid. 80 block, 89 perimeter, 79 steal, 83 interior defense, really good rebounding, and an insane speed. With his 89 speed on Giannis, it makes him one of the glitchiest cards in the game. If you're one of those cheesy guys who loves to throw the ball up the court really early, Giannis is almost always that guy that is running the court early as hell on unlimited and gets free buckets, which is crazy. And then we have 4 Hall of Fame badges in Relentless Finisher, Pogo Stick, Contact Finisher, and Slithery Finisher, which are all really solid. 10 gold badges help us out a bunch, including Rebound Chaser already. We got Silver Clamps and a bunch of wonderful badges, including 23 bronze ones. And if I'm being honest, this Giannis card is already probably the best power forward in the game without the badge upgrades. But if you wanted to, upgrade that Hot Zone Hunter up to gold, upgrade that Quick First Step up to gold, Moving Truck, Interceptor. Like, basically, if you can upgrade a badge that Giannis has, you should do it, and this Giannis will kill it for you. I mean, if you can, throw the badges onto Giannis, and you'll have an insane card, and then you'll probably increase his value a bunch and get more MT off of him anyway. Giannis, absolute demon. Pick him up. Try him out if you haven't. He's insane. Easily the best power forward in the game. Let me know what you guys thought about it. List down in the comment section below, and let me know your personal top 10s power forward down in the comment section below so we can compare and see what's going on. I can see what you guys value in a power forward more than others. Make sure you guys like the video, guys did enjoy, and subscribe if you guys are new. We are on that road to 10K subscribers. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you all in the next video.